My name is James William Shee, and this is Comeback number 2. And this is part 2 of my Meet the Press video. The other one was exceptionally long, and I might have been a little bit hard on Donald Trump. Or I wasn't hard enough. Okay, so like I said, basically it's my Meet the Press part 2. I think honestly that this man wants to do everything in his power to convince us that Russia didn't help him go over the top threshold of winning the election. And I think that in giving us all this clusterfuck of issues that we're trying to sort through one by one instead of staying on target, it seems to be the main focus of America is that he has thrown us so far under the I didn't use Russia as an excuse to win bus that we are on everything except for what we need to be, which is like we're not on track. We're not on track at all. We are so far from being on track that you couldn't possibly imagine the clusterfuck that this country's in. We're in a clusterfuck on North Korea. In a time where we need more soldiers, this douchebag is getting rid of soldiers. He's getting rid of soldiers because of their gender identity crisis. He's getting rid of soldiers because he claims that transgender soldiers cost more money. A soldier's job is to eat a bullet, depending on what soldier that you're specifically tracking. Infantry. I was in infantry. Our job was to basically be cannon fodder, to be soldiers to go in and get intel, shoot motherfuckers, and pray like hell we shoot the right people. And he wants to get rid of the soldiers because of their gender issue. Really? We're about to have issues with North Korea. Now's the time for more soldiers, not less soldiers. And I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of American men aren't volunteering. A lot of American women are volunteering. And a lot of people who are transgender are gung-ho about joining the army. And I think that this little transgender ban is some bureaucratic bullshit. And I want to understand, are you transgender soldiers listening? Because this affects you directly. This is important. That shit is straight fucking discrimination. Get some fucking lawyers in there and fry this motherfucker. He doesn't have the right to keep you from serving the country. That's almost not even a God-given right. That's almost like an order, especially for men, because we have to register for selective service. Because even though there's no draft, as a man in America, as born, bred, and red-blooded American men are, there is a law, 50 states wide, that when you turn 18, you have to register for selective service. There is no ifs, there is no ands, there is no buts about it. You have the option of paying a $10,000 fine if you don't register, or the worst case scenario, you have to pay the $10,000 fine and go to jail, because those are your only options. You're either going to go to jail for not registering, or you're going to pay a $10,000 fine, or that third option is that you're going to do both. Because somehow it's illegal to be 18 years old in America and not have registered for selective service. Sometimes they even come to your house. They didn't have to come to my house because as soon as they sent me my shit, I was registered. I was ready to go. Hell, when I turned 19, I tried to join the military. I failed the ASVAB test for, 19, 37. 37 minus 19. 8. So I'd say roughly maybe 18 years, if my math is correct. Which it's not. Let me get this damn thing, because I can tell you how many years I have tried my ass off to get into the military. This thing doesn't have a calculator? Where the hell is the calculator? All phones have calculators. Somewhere. Um, Honestly, I cannot find a calculator in this thing. Maybe I'm overlooking it. That could be the issue. What the fuck? There it is. I overlooked it. So let's see. 37 years old minus 19 years old equals, yeah, 18 years. So for the better part of 18 years, I had been trying to get into the military for 18 years. So when I got in, you bet your sweet ass, I wasn't trying to come home. And this guy wants to take away our right to fight for our freedom. He wants to take away the right for transgender people to fight for our freedom. Yet, we're having issues with South Korea and you want to get rid of soldiers? Can somebody out there who's a Donald Trump supporter tell me where the fuck is the common sense in taking soldiers that are active duty out when we're about to have some issues with a country that doesn't like us? As Kim Jong-un has specifically said that they're going to do as much as they want and push the envelope as far as they can because Donald Trump is going to now take out more soldiers, lessening our forces of strength because he wants to get rid of transgender soldiers. It's not a good idea to take out soldiers when a country has been threatening your country. I'm sorry for you Donald Trump supporters. I'm more sorry for the transgender people who have just been banned from the military, especially active duty who's already serving. And they're going to triage you guys out and put you into a world where there's no jobs, where people don't have to hire you or don't want to hire you because of your gender identity. And I'm sitting here thinking to ourselves, who the fuck voted for this guy? Yeah. And if any of you guys that are in the military voted for this guy, look what he's doing to our brother and sister in, of arms. You know, this guy is taking away their natural given right to fight for our freedoms. As a soldier, you can't let this shit stand. You can't. As a soldier, you can't let this shit stand. As a vet, I can't believe that this shit has even gotten through Congress. That they're gonna pass this. If they pass this, this is bullshit. And if they do pass this, by the way, I hope whoever out there is a lawyer, I hope you're watching this video, and I hope you take every one of these cases, and you and all these transgender soldiers will be retiring on government pension for discrimination and sipping Mai Tais in wherever island you want to be on. But don't forget to invite James Williams from Kung Fu Havoc #2 for giving you the idea, because this is blatant discrimination. Not only is it discrimination, it's prejudice and racism, and you guys who voted for this asshat should be slapped in the face. Twice. With the backside of my hand. Now, you need to understand the backside of my hand. Because a bitch slap just ain't enough. You need to get pimp slapped and then bitch slapped. Or you need to get bitch slapped and then pimp slapped. And back smacked at the same time. Like, bap, bap. You know, bap. Give them 3 slaps. Because to take soldiers out of the army when we're about to have a problem with an issue, as if we didn't have enough problems with ISIS and the Taliban, and you want to remove people who are more than willing to fight for this country, you want to remove them because of their transgenderness? Are you fucking stupid? Let me say that in Spanish, because I don't really speak Spanish, but I've heard Spanish people say this because they probably were saying it to me and I just didn't realize it. Are you el stupido? Let me see if I can do that in Chinese. Yeah, that was pretty stupid because I don't know Chinese. I don't remember how to say it in Tagalog either. But are you stupid? In every given language in the American soil, are you stupid? Now I can tell you who actually is stupid. The people who voted for this asshat. The people who are going to let this fly through Congress. And he's picking on transgenders, transgender children, transgender soldiers. Nothing says prejudice or racist more than this event right here. Are you all still sniffing his ass? Does his shit smell so great that you want to keep getting high on the fumes that's coming out of his ass and the diarrhea that's coming out of his mouth towards Muslims, transgender people, soldiers that are transgender? You know, clearly you guys made a big mistake in voting this dude in. Mike Pence. I believe he is a vice president, and I believe he served in the military, but I won't swear to it because I know John McCain served, and Donald Trump really treated him badly. And so McCain, I know you're a Republican, but this is about the time that you probably should switch parties now, and fight for the fight for the fact that they're soldiers, not the fact that they're transgender, but fight for the fact that regardless of them being transgender, regardless of them being male who want to be female or female who want to be male, they want to be soldiers. You, me, every soldier that has come before them and that has come before me. That's a dishonor of all of them. It's a dishonor to every soldier in that massive ass graveyard out there in Washington, D.C. It is a dishonor for them to take these rights from these soldiers who want to be soldiers. You know, it takes a lot. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to piss off everybody on Kung Fu Habit number 2, and I'm going to piss off the world right now, and I don't give a flying shit. And I'm going to cuss, because that's what I do. I don't give a flying fuck. It takes a lot to want to be a soldier, especially in America, where you have the right to not be a soldier, but you have to register for selective service. But to be a man, a woman, a person of transgender, who's willing to lay your life on the line, so a fucking asshat like the president can sleep in his rich little tower, while the rest of us sleeps in shacks. And soldiers, y'all know this. We did it in boot camp. You're doing it right now. Sometimes you have to bushwhack. Sometimes you have to sleep outside on the dirt. You know, then you have for a pillow is that push pad. That shit's not even long enough for a fucking child to lay on. A right-sized child. This asshole wants to take away the rights to be soldiers. Let me tell you something. Since I was 18 years old, I want to serve my country. Now my family and them were like, nah, because we've already served, you shouldn't have to serve. You know, because my family, both sides, have served in the military. They have made the sacrifice. They have made the choice to lay down their lives for this country. I'm sorry if I get a little emotional. Soldier's Creed. Never leaves my pocket. Can't make another copy, can't get another copy. But I live by this shit. Army values, warrior ethos. This shit means shit to us. I didn't get to serve the country the way I wanted to serve it. I didn't. Coming out of the Army, it wasn't the best thing for me. It didn't make me happy. I had to get this because I got hurt. The service connected. I didn't want that. And I need a second one. And this asshole wants to take the rights of people who want to be soldiers. And no one wants to be an amputee. No one wants to be scarred. No one wants to be damaged. No one wants to be under the thumb of a dictator either. And this asshole wants to take your rights because you're transgender. The right to put on these most honorable things. To live, breathe, sleep, and die. That's what we do. We're soldiers. Once a soldier, always a soldier. Whether you have a penis, a vagina, boobs, naturally or genetically altered by a doctor, you're still a fucking soldier. You have the right to fight for this country. And this asshole, red-headed ginger does not have the right to take it from us. I'm all man. I can't get naked on these channels. No, I'm not a porn star. My dick's not super big. No. This bitch right here, I ain't want to come home. I want to stay in the military. And for the soldiers that are there, that need to be there, that want to be there, that are willing to die for me and you and everyone so that we can take this pillow, this one that says dare to dream, and sleep really well at night. This asshole wants to take our rights from us. He wants to take soldiers away from us when North Korea is threatening to blow us off the fucking map. Now is the time we need more soldiers, not less. This isn't a Commander Shepard speech. This isn't a writer speech. This has nothing to do with Mass Effect. This has something to do with right and wrong. And it is wrong for this red-headed ginger, this asshat that we let you assholes elect instead of having Hillary. He wants to take the rights away because they don't know what bathroom they want to pee in. Well, hey, as a soldier, let's keep that shit real. We pee in shit outside, but we keep our bullets pointed at the enemy. And if a transgender soldier can shoot the wings off a fly at 300 yards and save my life, that's the soldier I want. Don't give a flying fuck what their gender is. Male, female, don't fucking matter. Females make excellent snipers. Just ask the Chinese. They've had female snipers for centuries. No one knows that, but it's the truth. They forbidden women to touch weapons for a reason. Because they were good with them. They forbidden kung fu for a reason. Because women were good at them. Transgender didn't exist back then. But I'm sure they had some people who were not exactly straight. But they were probably good fighters, which is why nobody bothered them. For this guy, this president that most of you assholes voted for, by the grace of God and that horseshoe up his ass and sucking the devil's dick, he won. Don't let him win this one. Don't let him take more soldiers away when a country's trying to kill us. And then there's ISIS, and then there's the Taliban. And he wants to remove soldiers? How fucking stupid can you get when you have 3 enemies now? They want to attack one country, and you want to take soldiers out of the army. Who hit you in the head with a rock? Yeah, that's a really bad move. I'm gonna make a second or third part to this because I'm 17 minutes too long.